The California Grizzly, alert, proud, powerful, a very special breed. Long thought to be extinct, its spirit is embodied in the hearts of thousands of Californians. The men and women of the California National Guard, your statewide insurance policy. Unlike many insurance policies, we're not an impersonal document merely lying dormant. Each time the California National Guard has been called upon to respond, we did so quickly and professionally, repeatedly paying dividends for more than 150 years. But no matter how much we've accomplished, we have no intention of resting on past laurels. Today's California National Guard is the largest, most diverse, and most tasked National Guard in the nation, responding to more than 1/3 of all National Guard emergency response missions annually. Despite the California National Guard's proud history, until recently, many Californians seemed unaware of its many capabilities and accomplishments. And the California National Guard often appeared to be one of California's best-kept secrets.
Even now, the men and women of our armed forces are in harm's way.
But within a few hours after the attack on America, the California National Guard was a secret no more. Since 9/11, thousands of soldiers and airmen of the California National Guard, the largest call-up since Korea, have been mobilized at home and abroad, fighting the war on terrorism. California National Guardsmen have protected the no-fly zones in the skies over Iraq, guarded crucial Patriot missile sites in the deserts of Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, and performed search and rescue missions in the mountains of Afghanistan. At home, California National Guard units have been deployed to active-duty Army posts and Air Force bases throughout the western United States and to sites throughout California, performing important Homeland Security missions. Over 1,000 members of the California Guard have performed airport security missions at commercial airports throughout California. Hundreds of Guardsmen have provided security at California bridges. Nearly 1,000 of our soldiers and airmen have performed security at designated facilities throughout the state, and California Air Guard pilots have flown hundreds of combat air patrol missions over California and the western United States, protecting America's skies. Now, as the war on terrorism intensifies and world hotspots flare, the California National Guard's many recent mobilizations could prove to be merely the tip of the iceberg. If it sounds like your statewide insurance policy has gone worldwide, it has.
The peacekeeping mission in Bosnia is international relations. The 126 rarely does any of these exercises.
If it sounds like the California National Guard is prepared for virtually any emergency, it is. Californians can take comfort in the fact that its National Guard is comprised of over 21,000 Guard members located at over 170 Army Guard installations, 2 training sites, a Joint Forces training base, and 10 air bases or stations located throughout California. California Army National Guard senior commands include the 40th Infantry Division, headquartered at Los Alamitos, a mechanized combat force that is the California Guard's largest command, and the 49th Combat Support Command, headquartered in Fairfield, that provides vital combat and combat service support to our fighting forces. Each of these commands is broken down further into battalions, and the more familiar hometown company-sized units located in 118 armories throughout the state. Another Army command that we're quite proud of is the California State Military Reserve, dedicated volunteer members of the community. Most are retired or prior service officers and non-commissioned officers from various branches of the armed forces. Their mission is to augment the California National Guard during state or federal emergencies and during Guard mobilizations. The California Army Guard has training sites at Camp Roberts and Camp San Luis Obispo, and a Joint Forces training base at Los Alamitos that also serves as the Disaster Support Center for Southern California. Your California Army Guard has trained infantry, armored, and artillery units to augment the Army's warfighting mission. It also provides CH-47 helicopter support, military police support, and an air ambulance company.
Okay, Roger, I got smoke.
There are combat engineer units, an armored cavalry squadron, a special forces group, infantry and maintenance battalions, and transportation battalions to haul troops and supplies. These and many more California Army Guard units possess some of the most highly skilled and best trained men and women in the military today. Good insurance? Absolutely. And training harder, getting stronger all the time. One especially unique feature of our statewide insurance policy is its wings. Your California Air National Guard. California's Air Guard is comprised of over 40 units with a strength of nearly 5,000 men and women, located at 10 air bases and stations throughout the Golden State. The 129th Rescue Wing, one of only 3 such units in the entire Air National Guard, flies HH-60 Pavehawk helicopters and MC-130 Combat Shadow Rescue aircraft. With the assistance of pararescue specialists, this unit can conduct extensive search and rescue missions on the ground or at sea. The 144th Fighter Wing at Fresno provides air defense for the state and nation with its F-16C jet fighters. Fresno pilots are on round-the-clock alert, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Their mission is to protect America's airspace, to detect, identify, intercept, and, if ordered to do so, destroy any airborne threat. The 146th Airlift Wing at Channel Islands Air National Guard Station flies the C-130 and C-130J turboprop transport aircraft. These huge planes can carry over 80 people and several tons of cargo worldwide. They are also used to drop fire retardant and to transport law enforcement and other emergency response personnel and equipment during state emergencies and disasters. March Air Reserve Base is the home of the 163rd Air Refueling Wing. Its pilots fly the huge KC-135 Stratotankers while performing one of the Air Force's most important missions, aerial refueling.
We're all doing homeland defense for everyone that's here in the States.
The 163rd's air crews and airborne filling stations have been used extensively in Southwest Asia. But flying isn't the California Air Guard's only job, not by a long shot. We're also quite proud of our communications professionals. The 162nd Combat Communications Group, headquartered at North Highlands, manages 7 subordinate squadrons throughout the state, including one of the first Air National Guard units to join the Air Force's space program. Your California Air Guard also provides aeromedical evacuation teams, complete medical and dental facilities, crash and fire departments, civil engineering flights capable of establishing operational bases anywhere in the world within 72 hours, and hundreds of highly skilled mechanics and technicians. Your California Air National Guard takes pride in the fact that its members are among the busiest air guardsmen in the nation. Your statewide insurance policy also has several unique benefits, such as highly trained weapons of mass destruction civil support teams possessing state-of-the-art equipment ready to respond to chemical, biological, and radiological threats at a moment's notice. Only 32 of these teams exist in the entire nation. California is the only state with 2 such teams, one in the north and one in the south. Another important dividend offered by California's statewide insurance policy is its counter-drug benefit. Approximately 450 members of the California Guard are involved in counter-drug operations daily in support of law enforcement agencies. They have assisted in seizing nearly $12 billion worth of illegal drugs in the past 4 years. The California National Guard also provides dividends to others through its innovative partnership program with Ukraine that provides an exciting exchange of ideas and expertise on such issues as emergency response and border security operations.
Call for 911.
The state partnership program appears to be a perfect match between the world's 5th largest economy and the largest, most important emerging democracy in Eastern Europe. In addition to performing these and scores of other state and federal missions, the California National Guard is also quite proud of its youth programs. The California Guard currently conducts several residential and non-residential youth programs throughout the state, largely for at-risk youth. Programs designed to instill pride, self-discipline, self-confidence, and a sense of achievement in young people, and to give them a chance to return to life's mainstream and become productive members of society.
Because they say that help you find a college and everything.
The California National Guard constantly strives to become thoroughly familiar with the problems and needs of California's many communities. And we are eager to share our resource whenever possible, without affecting mission requirements. We hold open houses and provide static displays, band concerts, and color guards for various community events. We also participate in parades and air shows, provide honor guards for military funerals, and offer life-saving shelter for the homeless. And we are engaged in a multitude of other civic activities, hoping to make our state and nation an even safer and even better place to live. Well, that's our story. We hope we've given you a better understanding of our reason for being, so that when you see our planes flying overhead or one of our truck convoys, you'll realize that we are performing a definite mission.
This country is free, and only because you are all protecting this country so it can stay free. This is why I am always interested in giving something back to you. You are the ones that are responsible for creating this kind of a freedom.
We have the responsibility of providing California and the nation with the best insurance policy possible. And you can rest assured, we are ready, always on guard for you. Lots of good people doing lots of people good. We are the Grizzlies, the men and women of the California National Guard.